It has finally happened. It is finally here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bad Big Games. I'm your host, Joseph, and PlayStation is finally opened its doors to crossplay between Xbox and Nintendo Switch. What this means for you, the consumer, and video games moving forward. So, with all that said, with all that out of the way, Future Joe, roll the intro. So I woke up today to news that I honestly thought was fake, that I honestly thought it was my friends trying to get a rile out of me, but I don't, wait, a rile out? Anyway, I woke up to this news and I did not think it was real. I really had to read this blog post several times for it to really resonate with me. PlayStation is going to start a beta for cross-platform play, starting with Fortnite, starting today. This quote that I'm going to pull up comes from the PlayStation blog, link down below, and it's quoted by saying this: "The first step will be an open beta beginning today for Fortnite that will allow cross-platform gameplay, progression, and commerce across PlayStation 4, Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, Mac operating systems. We'll see the beta as an opportunity to conduct thorough testing that ensures cross-platform play is the best on PlayStation, while being mindful about user experience from both a technical and social perspective." So what does this mean? They're just pretty much saying, the way I've dissected this quote down, is that they are still lukewarm on crossplay. They understand that people want it, they just don't understand why people want it, and they want to make sure that allowing this does not hurt their bottom line. So they're taking a chance on Fortnite, it being the biggest game ever, and seeing how that affects them both in the social space and the commerce space. What people are saying nice things about them, or if they're saying mean things about them, or if this actually changes anything in their bottom line, if this hurts them. That's why they've announced this as a beta. Now, with that, again, it's awesome. We're allowing cross-platform play on every platform. Fortnite being the biggest game, the hugest games, that doesn't make sense, being the biggest game in gaming right now, it just makes sense for them to roll out this beta this way. And with that, let's get to the second paragraph. "For 24 years, we've strived to deliver the best gaming experience to our fans by providing a unique PlayStation perspective. Today, the communities around some games that have evolved to the point where cross-platform experiences add a significant value to players. In recognition of this, we have completed a thorough analysis of the business mechanics required to ensure that PlayStation experience for our users remains intact today and in the future as we look to open up the platform." So they're just announcing here that they're opening up this platform. This is just a whole lot of jargon to make sure that you guys understand that this is a PlayStation experience. They're trying to have that PlayStation. It's just them saying that they want to protect their bottom line. They want to make sure PlayStation gamers are happy and they're spending money in their ecosystem. That's all that what this second paragraph says. And then the last paragraph that I think sparks the biggest chance for hope that this is going to spread to other games is in this paragraph right here that reads, "This represents a major policy change for SIE, and we are now planning process across the organization to support this change. We will update the community once we have more details to share, including specifics regarding the beta timeframe and what this means for titles going forward." It's time to celebrate, time to pop that champagne. Things are happening. Wow. It goes to show, as you, the consumer, I think the first thing this post shows, that you, the consumer, have a voice. You, the consumer, have the power in everything. You know, earlier this summer when Nintendo announced crossplay and we were all bewildered why PlayStation, if Nintendo and Xbox are playing nice with each other, why can't you too? When we were upset and people were upright leaving the ecosystem to go play Fortnite on Xbox, to go play Fortnite on Switch, and then, you know, developers coming out and talking trash like Bethesda, dropping the mic on them when they were interviewed about the Scrolls game, right? This is awesome. This shows that if you are united in that one message, if you don't get derailed by the nonsense, if you tell a company, hey, I don't like this thing, and you echo that and you act on it, that things change. Times change. That companies will change. They will bend to your needs because it's all about your money at the end of the day. And for the people that got so upset, and when I said give PlayStation time. This is not like flipping a switch. This wasn't like, Sony going, "Hey John, everybody's upset at Twitter. Everybody, let's flip that switch. Let's go crossplay." It's not that simple. When you're that big of a company, when there is not just crossplay does not just affect Fortnite. It affects everything going forward. That's not something that you can make a knee-jerk reaction to. That is something that actually takes thought, actually takes man hours, that actually takes boots on the ground. It takes your social media teams looking what everybody's saying. It takes surveys. It takes all these types of tests to make sure that going forward, this is a good move for them, not just in the public perception, but in the money-making sector. So it looks like that they saw that players did not participate that much on Fortnite, on PlayStation 4, that people did not spend that much money on PlayStation 4, that they went and left and joined other ecosystems, and that they were super vocal about it in this few months. It's crazy. It's really awesome that this has happened, and let's give credit to PlayStation. Yes, it is a couple months late, but they're doing it. And I think the last sentence proves something here, where it's titles moving forward. This is a policy change. This is not just for one game, but Sony has made clear that this is going for games in the future. We don't know what that means. You don't know what it means, and neither do we. We have a few games in mind, and I could think of some like Minecraft or like Rocket League, but that means like what happens to games like Rainbow Six? What happens to games like Overwatch? For me, I play Overwatch on PC and PS4. I understand you can't crossplay with PC and PS4 because of some technical issues. It's actually balanced differently, but when I play on PS4, it takes forever and a day to find a match. If games like Overwatch get that, games that are multiplayer and are a few years old and don't have the player base that they used to, that means if you allow crossplay, now it's not going to take forever in a day. Maybe it's going to take a minute or two, and I'm going to be matched with someone. Like, that's what I'm excited for, is that the longevity of these multiplayer games that, are in the limelight. Like, one day Fortnite is not going to be as popular as it once was, but this means that it's going to bring life to those games that are a few years old, that have that dedicated audience, so that it becomes a bigger dedicated audience. And maybe people will jump back into those games because they see crossplay, and they're like, you know what? Let's go in. Let's give it another shot. So for me, this is a huge change. This is Sony listening to the players, listening to the gamers, and listening to their bottom line at the end of the day. This is an awesome move. And we need to give Sony credit on this, because if we just like, whatever, then they're not gonna do anything with this. This is a beta. This can go either way. So we need to make sure that we tell Sony, hey, good move, dude. This is awesome. And this is great. Like, tonight, I'm going to be playing Fortnite with my friends on Switch and my friends on Xbox, and that excites me. The only question here is that for people that I know left the Sony ecosystem for Xbox, for Switch because of this, which I even said at the time, is don't do that. Don't. I mean, I understand the first few days where I was passionate. I was just like, F Sony, F this. But I said, this is going to happen, and it did. And now that it has, the question really is, what happens to those secondary accounts? Can you now merge accounts? Will Epic make a process in which if you have one or more accounts, you can merge them together? Because I know people who have Season 4 right now on Xbox and Season 3 on PlayStation. So what will happen to those accounts? Will you get reimbursed? Who knows? But I know that Epic has done really awesome things like reimbursement in the past, and they've done seemingly impossible things like let Switch players actually have voice chat. So with all that said, guys, this is great news. I want to know what you guys and gals think down below. Do you think this is a great move? Do you not? I don't know why you wouldn't, but hey, let me know in the comment section down below. It's all about the conversation. Let me know what games you want to see cross-platform play in the future. Let me know. For me, Call of Duty Blackout, Red Dead Redemption, Fallout 76. Bam, bam, bam. Those are the three I would want to see crossplay. I want to see crossplay on everything. I'm so excited, guys. So with that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, this has been Bad Bit Games, where we talk about all things video games, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. It don't matter. I just love talking about video games. And hey, guys, if you like this video and you like to see news, impressions, unboxings, and all that jazz, well, then hit like, share, subscribe, because it helps build this big, beautiful family that I call home. There's a Bad Bit Discord now, link down below to join the conversation in real time. And so with all that said, with all that out of the way, guys, ooh, keep your wits about you. I just made a really embarrassing noise that I'm going to forget to edit out. Keep your wits about you and have a nice one.